Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. Not for me personally, but I've always got people in my comment section telling me, Konami, give GHOTI new support. Anytime new fish stuff drops, it's, oh, GHOTI, let's go. We've got 2 new GHOTI cards. I saw the artwork for these. I almost didn't even believe they were GHOTI cards. And then when I looked at them, they are, in fact, GHOTI cards. So very, very interesting stuff here. We're gonna dive into this thing and see if these cards really push GHOTI to the next level. I'm not even gonna cap with you guys at all. I don't even know that much about GHOTI in general. It is not a deck that I've ever delved too deep into, so I couldn't even tell you too much about exactly how much these cards are going to help the archetype play. I've literally never even seen anybody playing it in person, and I've never played against it, so it's hard for me to really say. I'll just show you these cards and tell you how I feel about them in a vacuum. So let's get into this. Let's start off with Haze of the GHOTI. It's a little level 2 fish water monster, 15 attack or 0 attack, 1500 defense. You can only use all 3 of its effects once per turn, but 3 effects is good. If you control a fish monster, special this card from the hand. I mean, this card's just a generic, decent little fish extender. Okay. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can target one of them and one of your banished level 6 or lower fish monsters. Banish both that opponent's target and this card, and if you do, special summon the other target. That's pretty cool. Now, is it like the most powerful interruption of all time? No, but the fact that it's not only an interruption, but it also gets you potentially more stuff going on as well, and I'm assuming this is going to somewhat combine with this other guy, this other 6 down here, because this is 6 or lower. That's kind of cool. So maybe this is 2 interruptions, or it's like 1 interruption that then gets you into a follow-up maybe. That's pretty decent, especially when it's just in conjunction with a card that's just by itself just a decent little extender, just jumps on the board. That's pretty nice. That's honestly not that bad at all. Now, I don't love that it has to wait for your opponent to kind of play first. So, like, there definitely can be some counterplay to that. Some, certain negating cards, your opponent starting with Imperm, starting with Dark Rule or whatever, that just turns us off immediately. But still not a bad card for what it is. And I didn't even say the last effect. During the standby phase of the next turn after this card is banished, you can special summon it back, which is cool. So even if you just get it banished turn 1, it's just jumping out for the opponent's turn, and then they have to deal with it. So I like that. I mean, I think this is a good card in a vacuum. Has the recursion effect, has the ability to be an interruption as well as a follow-up card, and it's just a good extender on its own. This is just a good card all through and through. 3 solid effects. I like it. That's got to be great for the deck. Is it a 3 of? Probably. The one thing about this card, it doesn't seem like it's very good going second, because it doesn't do anything with this second effect unless your opponent specials. Going second, I guess it's an extender, so maybe if it helps you climb into something that's more impactful consistently, that's good, but going second, it seems like it might struggle, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, and the last card we have here is Moonlight of the GHOTI, a new water fish effect monster, level 6, 2400 attack, 0 defense. You can only use both of his effects once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a fish monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of the same card. Then banish a fish monster from your hand or face-up field. So he can banish himself. That's pretty nice. But you could also banish something from hand, something like your little guy here, Haze, and then he would come back on your opponent's standby, and then boom, he's still live to interrupt them, which is cool. Not bad. Oh, that's cool. That actually is cool. I didn't even think about that. So, like, even if you have nothing else and you, like, don't want to lose this guy on the field or whatever, you could just, if you have a way to just summon this guy, you could just immediately search Haze and banish Haze. And then Haze summons on the opponent's turn. And then if you had anything else banished, then it's set up. Cool. And the second effect, if this card becomes banished, you can banish a fish monster from hand, face-up field, or graveyard. To special summon this card. So cool. And then when it gets banished, it comes out immediately. That's kind of nice, because I know the deck has many ways to just get your GHOTIs banished, which is cool. And no big deal there. So cool. All in all, solid. I mean, this card kind of seems like a brick because he needs other cards to set him up, right? He has to get banished. He can't normal or special summon himself, so that's a little bit awkward. But if you can get him out, I guess your goal most of the time would be get him banished. So that way when he summons himself out and gets you a search. That's probably the main utility you have for him. And I know there's other cards that if you draw in conjunction with him can get him banished, so that's not the biggest deal either. I think it's a fine card. I think it's just a little bit bricky. It's like a good card for the engine to potentially raise the ceiling, but not a card you want to see in your hand, whereas Haze definitely is. Okay, all in all, like, not bad. Again, no idea really what GHOTIs are doing, all things considered, as far as like what the best way to play the deck is, exactly the pieces of roles in the deck that they are missing, slots that they needed filled. I hope these did it. If you're a fan of GHOTI, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm not entirely sure. Let me know, one, your opinions on these cards in a vacuum, but two, how much they actually help the deck. Where is the deck now with these cards? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on that. And then I guess we'll leave it off with, I think this leaves us with 35 cards left to be revealed for Phantom Nightmare in 18 days. So still a lot of stuff to come. Just expecting more of this, to be honest. Couple little waves of legacy support, 2-3 cards here for a couple different archetypes. Throughout the rest of the week, I will keep you updated on any of that stuff that drops, but let me know your thoughts here. I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.